Hi everyone, welcome back to ANR Academy. This is Nepal Reddy sir. Today I am here with you to discuss a new topic, that is hyperbolic cosine same as cosine or not? Usually cos hx we call it as hyperbolic cosine. So what is the relation between circular cosine and hyperbolic cosine? Let us discuss today. In real number system, circular cosine defined on a circle. Suppose that if it is x-axis and y-axis, I am going to select. This is x-axis and it is y-axis, and assume that this is unit circle. If I select a point P which is on unit circle, then center to point on the circumference, the distance is 1 unit, and horizontal vertical components are cos alpha, sin alpha, where alpha is angle made by this line segment OP with the positive direction of x-axis in the counterclockwise sense. This is about circular cosine and circular sine. And the point P cos alpha sin alpha, P cos alpha comma sin alpha satisfies the equation x square plus y square equal to 1, that is unit circle, parametric point on unit circle, the indication here. Now let us discuss hyperbolic cosine and sine. Hyperbolic cosine and sine indicates horizontal and vertical components on a hyperbola. This is the hyperbola. Its equation x square minus y square equal to 1, and parametric point on the hyperbola cosine h alpha and sine h alpha. That means hyperbolic cosine and hyperbolic sine are xy coordinates of the point P which are lying on the hyperbola x square minus y square equal to 1. Cos alpha sin alpha are circular cosine and sine. Cos h alpha and sin h alpha are hyperbolic cosine and sine. Let us discuss the deep connectivity between cos hx and cos x. In real number system, we know the graph of cos x and the graph of y equal to cos hx, both defined for all real values of x. And the two graphs at a glance I am going to draw. X-axis, y-axis, and you know the graph of cos x. That is the wave. It is bounded function defined for all real values of x, but its boundary from -1 to 1. And cos hx, it is not bounded graph, it is unbounded, and its range from 1 to infinity. But we call hyperbolic cosine as cos hx. What is the connectivity? Is there any connectivity between these two graphs? No. Here it is non-bounded, also non-periodic. But cosine function, it is periodic, repeated graph exists, also it is bounded, only its range from closed minus 1 to plus 1. Only the connectivity in the real number system, both the graphs passing through the point 0, 1. Just this is the connectivity. There is no other connectivity between cos hx and cos x in this figure. Now let us the deep connectivity between hyperbolic cosine and circular cosine when the input is a complex number. In complex system, it is very clear the deep connectivity between them. See the connectivity. We know that e power ij, that can be written as cos z plus I sin z. By the definition of Euler form of complex number, we know that e power I theta written as cos theta plus I sin theta. I am going to write e power iz, next e power minus iz, that is cos z minus I sin z. Adding these two, e power iz become e power iz plus e power minus iz become double cos z. On subtracting the two, e power iz minus e power minus iz value become 2i cos 2i sin z. And from these two, I can write cosine z, sin z values. Cosine z is clearly e power iz plus e power minus iz whole divided by 2, and sin z written as e power iz minus e power minus iz whole divided by 2i. We know the definition of cos hx. Cos hx is defined by e power x plus e power minus x divided by 2. Suppose if you give input x as complex number z, then what happens? Cos hz become e power z plus e power minus z whole divided by 2. This is cosine z and this is hyperbolic cosine z. Is hyperbolic cosine same as cosine? Let us observe the right part. Here it is e power iz plus e power minus iz by 2, and this is e power z plus e power minus z by 2. What is the difference in the right part? Just by seeing these two, it is very clear that z is replaced by iz. Just z is replaced by iz. You have cos z here. If z is replaced by iz, then what happens? Cos of iz. This cos of iz is clearly cos hz. So, hyperbolic cosine, right part, cosine in the left part. Hyperbolic cosine is same as cosine only when domain is interchanged as iz, that is the entire domain z that is rotated through an angle 90 degrees. Z changes to iz, then they are equal. So that is the deep connectivity in between hyperbolic cosine and cosine. And one more thing, we know that if p cos alpha sin alpha, cosine alpha and sin alpha are called circular parametric points, and hyperbolic cosine, hyperbolic sine, they are parametric point, indicating parametric point on hyperbola. Suppose that if you select image of p, suppose that is p dash, and join OP dash and PP dash. I am not joining PP dash, just OP and OP dash join, and I am going to shade the portion between the circle and the line segment OP and OP dash. This is a sector, and observe this area of the sector. Also, I am going to select image of P about x-axis and join OP, OP dash. Now observe the shaded portion. Let us discuss area of that shaded portion. Here, alpha is input for cosine and sine. Alpha is angle made by OP with positive direction of x-axis. Also, that alpha indicates this shaded portion area. And here, H alpha is not input. Alpha is input, and alpha indicates this shaded portion area. See here, you know that area of sector half into r square into theta, half into r value here in this case due to unit circle, r value 1, r square value also 1. Theta here, angle between OP dash and OP. Since angle between OP and x-axis is alpha, so angle between OP and its image, that become 2 alpha. 2 gets cancelled, just we get alpha is the area. The same applicable for hyperbolic cosine. Due to these two reasons, cos hx is called as hyperbolic cosine, and hyperbolic cosine, cosine, they are equal when their domains are rotating through an angle 90 degrees. That is, if cosine term having input z, it is equal to hyperbolic cosine whenever that domain z that is rotated through an angle 90 degrees. That is, when z is replaced by iz, then hyperbolic cosine is same as cosine function. I hope you understand everything. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. For more videos, please concentrate on those videos what I am doing. Thank you so much.